Hello and welcome. In this video, you will learn how to use Microsoft Word as a beginner to pro level. Okay, first I want to show you how to access Microsoft Office or Microsoft 365. Okay, to log in, go to your browser, any browser of your choice. You can use Microsoft Edge, then come over here and type office.com and press enter, or you can select Office 365. Okay, so it's going to give you this option to sign in or to buy Microsoft 365. Okay, so whichever one you decide to use is okay. So you can buy and install it in your computer or subscribe to it, and you're good to go to join this class properly. Okay, I can also come here and do the same by clicking on Office 365. Then I can click on sign in. Okay, so if you already have an account, you can go ahead to sign in. If not, you can click on create one. Okay, so I have already created mine, so I'm just going to sign in. So all you need to do is to put in your email, fill in the account creation form, and you're good to go. Okay, so I'm simply going to go over here, which is we have created account, and I can choose to open Word by clicking on it, or I already have one that I've opened before, so I can come here and start using Microsoft Word. Okay, so I can go over here, and this is the loading, so give it time to load. Okay, so we are going to take time to learn how to use all these features, and I'm going to be using the offline mode, so whichever one you are using is okay. So once you have access to the Microsoft Office, once you log in, then you're good to join this class. So it's not must that you must have the offline mode. As long as you have a good internet access, you can just log in, and the login option, this particular one, gives you ability to access the Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Right. Once you have Microsoft Office installed, you can use the Microsoft Word offline. Okay, and all you need to do is to click on the start bar on this or the search bar. So if you see it here, you simply click on it, or you simply search for it by simply typing Word. Then you see it here, click on it, then it's going to open. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through on how to use the Microsoft Word. Now, all these features we have here, I'm going to explore them as well. And all these features we have here, we're only going to focus on here as a blank document. Now, here's more templates. So templates are just a sample of already made works. So you can pick any one and modify it to your taste. So the one I'm going to select is this one that's a blank document. This is how it's going to look like. On top here, you have the option known as a quick access toolbar. Okay, so if I click on this down arrow, I can be able to customize it. Anyone I check is going to appear here, and anyone I uncheck is going to remove from here. Okay, so all these options that we have here, as a file, home, insert, design, and so on, they are known as a tab or menu tab. Okay, so either you just call them tab or you call them menu tab. And all these options that you see below it, they are known as ribbons, and you can collapse it by clicking on this. And when you click on any of these to appear again, then click on this pin, and you can use Ctrl F1 and Ctrl F1 to collapse it and to pin it. Okay, now in this particular video, I'm only going to walk you through on how to use home. So everything under home here, we are going to explore them to understand their functions and how to use them in our document. Okay, now first we have this option known as a clipboard. So then fonts, paragraph, styles, editing. Okay, so the only one I'm likely to ignore is this one that's the add-ins, because this one requires you to have internet access. Okay, so if you don't have internet access, don't bother much about that. Okay, so let's look at a clipboard. First, we have this option known as a cut, copy, paste, then format printer. So these are the things we are going to consider under Clipboard. Okay, so if you look at cut, it's a kind of font. You can't use it to do anything. So for it to work, I need to type something here. So here is just your typing environment. Yes, so I can type anything. So let me say something like today is a good day for us all at Net Products. Okay, we are happy to be here today. Okay, we thank God for everything He has done for us all. Okay, so I just want to use this particular words to explain the clipboard. Okay, so you need to know how to highlight or how to select a text or object. Now to select this text, you simply click and hold and drag your cursor to select it. Okay, now remember that this course or this video is totally for the beginners. Okay, so you can also click here or click wherever you want to start to highlight and hold and shift and use your arrow key. Okay, right arrow key, and you can also use down arrow key to go line by line. Okay, so that's how to highlight. And if you want to select everything, you can also use a keyboard shortcut Control A. Okay, so you can also click wherever you want to highlight and then hold and shift, click where you want it to end. Okay, so if I want to just highlight here, I can click on it, hold and shift, and then come here, click on it. Okay, so that is how to highlight. Okay, so once I highlight the text or the words I want to modify, I can come to this option that's a cut. So cut gives us the ability to copy text and remove the original text. Okay, so if I hover on it, say remove the selection and put it on the clipboard so you can paste it somewhere else. Okay, and the shortcut for it is Ctrl X. So if I click on it, just cut that. And if I want to paste it, simply come here and click on paste. Okay, so I can go back a bit by using a delete and then paste again. So I just want to paste it multiple times. Okay, so you can paste as many times as you want, and I feel like I'm okay with it now. Okay, so to copy is also simple. Just simply highlight the text and come here and click on a copy. Then I've copied it. So if I want to paste it here, all I need to do is to click here, then I will paste. And the keyboard shortcut to copy is Ctrl C. Then the keyboard shortcut to paste is Ctrl V. So I can use Ctrl V, 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 V. Okay, so that is just for this option that's a clipboard. Cut, copy, and paste. And the last option we will discuss is this option that says Format Painter. What is Format Painter? Format Painter is used to copy appearance of a text or object. Alright, so if I decide to modify this particular text that says today, so let's assume I make it bold and change the color to red. And if I want to copy this appearance and paste it on another text, all I need to do is to highlight it and click on a Format Painter. Then anywhere I highlight, it's going to apply that particular format. Alright, that is very simple. So it copies appearance of a particular text or object and you can paste it on another one. Okay, so this makes work easy if you want to modify a bunch of text to be the same as one particular one. So you can just modify only one and then use Format Painter to copy it and paste it as many times as you want. Okay, and the shortcut for it is Control alternate Ctrl C for my own computer, alternate Ctrl V to paste it. Now, in some computers or your own, you may see Shift Ctrl C and Shift Ctrl V to paste it. So whichever one is correct. So I can highlight here and say alternate Ctrl V or Ctrl alternate V. Okay, so whichever one you want to use is of your own choice. So that is all for Clipboard. So let's look at this particular option that's a font. First, we have this, that's a font style or just font that gives the ability to choose any font of your choice. Okay, so there are so many options that you can pick. So I just want to highlight everything by saying Control A, and I can come here, and whenever you're typing bunch of text, you can always use Times New Roman or any one of your choice. Okay, so I may come here and type another word that say let's say computer basic. Okay, so I can highlight this and I'll be able to modify only this. So any text that you highlight or any sentence or paragraph you highlight, anything that you apply to it will only affect that particular text or paragraph that you have highlighted. Okay, so to change the font size, you come to this place, click on it, and you can select any font size of your choice. So if you're typing a bunch of text, you can always leave it on 14. Sometimes, depending if it's been specified, you can use 12, but personally I prefer using 14. Okay, that is just for font size. And this option here say increase and decrease font size, so you can use this to increase the font size, and you can use this to decrease the font size. All right, that is for font size. Then you have this option that's a change case. It gives the ability to change to sentence case, and you can change the lowercase, you can change to uppercase, capitalize each word, and tongue case. So for this particular text, I want to switch it to uppercase. Okay, then I have this option that gives me ability to clear all the formats. So if I've done something and I want to clear off that format, I can easily click here, say clear format, and it will clear it off. Okay, so I can undo it by coming here and click on this arrow or use the shortcut Ctrl Z. Okay, so that is just for this. Then this option we have here, say B, and the shortcut for it is Ctrl B, which stands for what? For bold. Okay, so you can bold the text by highlighting it and then click on the bold. Becomes bold. Okay, so then we have italic. So if I highlight this, come here, make it bold. So I can come here, highlight this, then come here, make it italic. Italic gives you that slant appearance. Then you can come here and underline it. So you have a different underline options. If I click here, it will underline it. If I click on this more down arrow, it gives you option to select as many, anyone you want, any of the underline of your choice. You can pick anyone. Okay, so that is for underline. Then we have this option that says strike through, that gives the ability to do what? To strike through a text. So if you click on it, just strike through the text. Then there is this option as well that gives the ability to put something in subscript and superscript. So if I have something like a 4 and I want to add 4 and I want to add this 2, I can click on this and then press 2. Okay, so I can click on it again to remove it. Then if I want to add 4 superscript 2, just click on this and press 2. Then click on it again to remove it. Now all these features, any one that you click, it becomes active. Then if you want to deactivate it, you simply click on it again, then it will go off. Okay, so let's look at this option. Let's say text effect and typography. So you just pick any text effect of your choice, and it gives the ability to apply outline color on the text and then apply shadow, reflection, glowing, and so on. Okay, so you can pick any one of your choice and you have it. Okay, so is all these things, all these features, they are simple to apply. So that is why we are taking it for the beginners, someone who don't know how to use computer. Okay, so let's look at this. I have this option here that gives me ability to do what? To apply highlight color. So it's a text highlight color. So once you highlight wherever you want to apply it, come here and choose any color of your choice, and it's going to apply it here. Okay, so I can highlight more text and I can be able to change the font color by clicking here. So this gives me ability to change the font color to any color of my choice. So I can go with this purple. So click on it and you have your color. So you can change to any font color of your choice depending on whatever you're typing. Okay, so that's just for this font color. And if you want to have something like a double strike through, you can also come here under the underline, click on this modern arrow and click on more underline, and you're going to get more options. So I have double strike through here. You can double strike through text or sentence or paragraph. So you can also click on this modern arrow here and you get the same option. Okay, so always be aware of a modern arrow. Anytime you see modern arrow or any arrow of any kind, just know that it gives you more option. Yes, more option. Remember, this is quite different from this particular one. All right, so that is for font. So let's quickly look at paragraph. Yes, now for paragraph, we have something called bullet that gives the ability to make a list, on ordered list. So when you want on ordered list, let's assume I want to make a list on a fruit, so I can say a list of fruits. Okay, so I can come here and click on a bullet, then I can be able to list it in bullets. I can say apple, I can say pineapple, mango, orange, and so on. So if I'm done listening, I can simply press enter again, then it's going to remove the bullet and then return the cursor to correspond with this indent. Okay, so you can also highlight everything under the list of fruits, and you can come here and remove the bullet if you don't need it again, and you can come to this modern arrow to choose another bullet of your choice. So you can pick any one, whichever one you are okay with, you can go with it, and that's just for this. Okay, then the second one, say numbering. So it gives the ability to make a list, ordered list. So this particular one is for unordered list, bullet. Then for ordered list, make use of number. So I can also say list of fruits. Okay, so this time click on number. So I can say pineapple, mango, apple, orange. Okay, so and if I don't need more numbering, I press enter to remove it. Okay, so that's just for this option, let's say numbering. Okay, then for multi-level list, it's all about having number inside a number. So I can have something like a list of a fruit or list of a food. Then I have one fruit. Then under the fruit, I can have pineapple, mango, and so on. I can also come up and have cereal. Then I'll list under cereal. Okay, so that's just for this. I don't want to say much about this one. It's very simple to use. Okay, then we have this option that says indent. Indent, it gives you ability to push your text towards the left hand side or the right hand side, the paragraph. So let's assume I come up here, let me come down instead of coming up. So let me say net products. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to simply copy this by highlighting it, copy, then come here and paste. No, undo, paste. Okay, so I'm just using this as an example. So let's assume I want to push this text towards the right hand side. Of course, I can align it towards the right hand side, but we want to know how to use indent. So you can highlight as many paragraphs as you want and use increase indent. So you can push it to the right and you can return it by using decrease indent, and the shortcut for it is tab. So continuously pressing tab, and to return it, shift tab. Okay, that's for this. Then we have option here that says sort. It gives the ability to sort text or number. So I can sort this in alphabetical order. Okay, so I can highlight it and simply come here and say sort, and then I can go in ascending or descending order. So here I see it to be text. Okay, so I can come here and click OK, then to rearrange it. So if you have typed maybe list of anything, and there is a need for you to put it in alphabetical order, you can easily do that using sort. Okay, now the next option I want to show you is alignment. So you can align your text left, right, center, and justify. So let me just simply say Ctrl A to highlight everything. Currently it's at align left. Okay, so if you look at the left, everything is uniform. Then if you look at the right, they are not uniform. Okay, so you can switch it. This is align left, Ctrl L, and this is just align center. So you can align it center, both left and right will not be uniform. Then this is align right, and then this is justify. So when you're typing a bunch of text, you can always use justify like this. Okay, so you can justify it to make it look professional. All right, that is for justify. Then I have this option that's a line and paragraph spacing. So it gives you ability to adjust the paragraph spacing. Yes, so I can bring this down anyway. Okay, so let's assume I want to close space between these words. So I can highlight all of them and come to paragraph spacing. So I can reduce or increase. Okay, so you can increase it to your choice. You can see how wide the spacing is. Okay, so and you can also come here and click on line spacing options, and you can be able to modify the spacing option by coming here that says spacing and reduce this to 0 if you want to close it completely, and come here and select single, then click on OK. Then you have closed the line spacing. There's no spacing here again. Okay, so that is just for this option that's the line and paragraph spacing. Okay, now the next option is this, let's say shading. So you can actually highlight a particular paragraph and shade it to your choice. So you can come here and select any color of your choice to shade it. So that is just the effect of the shade. And you can also add border. So border is just a line that's going to go across left, right, bottom, top, and so on. Okay, so if you come here, you have bottom border, top border, left border, right border, and so on. And I can decide to say all border, and it puts it in a kind of a tabular form. So that is just for this option that say border. And the next option is this that says show hide. So if I click on show hide, it's going to introduce this icon. So this signifies that you pressed enter key. Yes, each place that you press enter key, you're going to find this. Then this dot identifies wherever you press space. So in case you find this, don't bother stressing yourself on it. Just come here and click on this, and it's going to go off. Yeah, so that is all you need to know as long as paragraph is concerned, or that is what I want you to know for here. Okay, so let's look at the styles. So for styles, we are going to use this more when we get to reference, especially when you want to work on a table of contents. Okay, so let me go back there. So you can choose any style of your choice. You can see this style, no spacing, heading 1, heading 2, and so on. And you can come here and select any style of your choice. You can pick this one and give you this. So that's just all for style. Style is very simple to use. Okay, now let's look again on editing. Under editing, there is this option that's a font that gives you ability to find any words in your document or any sentence in your document. So if you click on it, it gives you this option to type whatever you want to find. So if I type today, then it's going to go through the document and find wherever it is today. And you have like 110. So if I type something that is not found, in the document, it will not show anything. Let me say find. Okay, so no matches. Okay, so you can use this to find a particular text or sentence in your document. Okay, that's just all for this. Then this one is very useful. That's a replace. It gives the ability to find a particular text and replace it with another text. Okay, so let's assume I want to replace this place that say happy to glad. So I can simply say happy, and I want to replace it with a glad. So we are glad to be here today. Okay, so I can replace it one by one. I can say find next. It's going to find the next one, and I can say replace. Okay, replace it and move to the next one. I can say replace, and I can decide to replace everything at once by simply clicking on replace all, and I've replaced it. Okay, so wherever there is the word happy, replace it with glad. So that is just for find and replace. Then there is another option that says select. Okay, so for select we have different options. This one says select all. So if you click on select all, it's going to select everything in your document. Okay, and the shortcut for it is Ctrl A. And this particular one says select object. Now for select object, if you click on it, you may not see what the effect or what to do with it. Why? Because it works with the object and there is no object here. So let me show you when that particular one is useful, although I'm still going to show you how to use this, but let me just quickly do this. So at future videos I will show you how to do that. Okay, let's assume that I have this shape, and if I come here and wrap it, so let me put it behind text, and if I have this shape here, if I try to select that shape, I can't select it anymore. But if I want to select, I have to come here, that's it, select, then say select object. So in this case I'll be able to select it. And so that is the function of this option that says select object. Okay, it's very simple to use. You can easily use this to select any object of your choice. Then you have this option that's a selection pane that displays any shape that you draw, and you can actually say show or hide the shape. Okay, so that is just for editing. Okay, so that is all for home. Yes, if you found this video useful, you can share to your friends, subscribe, like, comments. Let me hear your opinion. Thanks for watching.